morning. How are you today? Happy Black History Month. We're on our third day. I am going to go on and read our quotes so I can get out of the way since I am the one that's with it. And I know Dr. Pat has some good information for you. So before that, you know, while my computer is still booting up, I am going to go on and introduce her so I won't prolong this. And if there's a minute afterwards, I'll read the quote then. How about that? So Dr. Pat, my colleague, my mentor, my business partner, my family, my sister, our own president, our fourth term almost state senator here in Illinois, our evangelist, our pillar of wealth. Dr. Pat, can you take it away?
Yes, I can. This is Dr. Pat, and this is Wake Up Wealthy Now. That's what this is.
And one of the co-founders. Didn't want to leave anything out.
All right. Appreciate that. The other day I got up in the morning early and I'm working on 10 different things and they're all big. And a few days ago, I started feeling some pains in my chest. And I knew it was because I was trying to think about all these things I need to do and what obligations I had, what deadlines I had to meet. All this is going on. I mean, I'm running for office right now. And we're collecting signatures. So we're campaigning and we're also in the Senate right now, still in the Senate, actually having to go to committee. I got committee at 8:30 today. And then I got all the other stuff I'm doing too. And it's like 10 different things. And then I just start thinking about it. I said, well, you know what, the way you've always done this, you've always carried a big load, that you've always separated things out. So I wrote the things out. And that's when it came to, I couldn't understand it was 10 different things I was working on. And then I wrote down what needed to happen. So then yesterday morning, I took that list and I said, I need some gifts. Okay. I need some people to come that are gifts. I need things to come to me to take this load off so that I can continue to do what I know I'm called to do. And that is to teach, to inspire people, to help people come to the highest version of themselves. Help people remember the power of love to solve all the world's problems. Because love is the most powerful thing we have on earth right now. The ability to love gives us all kinds of insights that we otherwise wouldn't have. That's why we're still here today. Somebody loved somebody. And that's how we got here. And that's why we're still here, because we didn't give up. People that before us didn't give up. They fought through because they had love in their heart for the future, or for us, or for themselves, or for somebody that was in their life at that time. They helped us to get to where we are today. So that's my calling. So that's the most important thing. So all these other things that I have to do are important too, because they help to keep me, in the place that I am to get the things done and I need to get done. But they're not the primary reason I'm here. So the primary reason that I am on earth, I always got time for that. Okay. I always got time for that because that's the reason why I'm here. So I was just meditating yesterday morning and saying, I need gifts. I need a certain type of person, and I need a certain opportunity to come. I was just listening to gifts that I needed in order for my life to go forward the way I know it I needed to. And sure enough, before the day was done, those gifts start revealing themselves one by one. I was like, I told my husband, because I had told him about it anyway beforehand. So when they start revealing themselves one by one, it made me understand that somebody's listening to us. Okay. I mean, I already knew that, but it just reassured me, not reassured because I'm already reassured, but it reinforced the fact that somebody is listening to us. And if we would simply speak and become clear about what we want and what we need, those things will come to us because we will summons them. Right. But the problem is that many times we're not clear about what success looks like for us. Okay. So I'm going to give you this so I need you to get a paper and pen. Okay. Or a pencil or whatever, because you got to write down this one statement. Okay. We'll give you a couple seconds while we do that, because I really want you to be able to see this, this information I'm getting ready to share. I want you to be able to see it clearly. And that's part of what this session is about. It's about raising consciousness, because once I made the decision about what I needed and wrote down, I need this as a gift, this as a gift, this is a gift, because I can't pay for it. I don't have the time to pay for it. I don't have the money to pay for it, or whatever reason why I couldn't just go get it. or I didn't know where it was at or anything. So once I wrote those things down and began to line out what I needed as gifts, all of a sudden they start showing up. In fact, I got a call from the governor yesterday. I was on the phone and I got a call from No ID. It said No ID. I switched over. It was the governor. And he was telling me that I passed a bill 9 years ago that created a witness protection program for people who testify against gang members or against, anybody that testify against that will cause them to perhaps end up being in a violent situation as a result. Their life would be in danger. So I had passed a bill out of the Senate that said, okay, we're going to have a witness protection program. So when people testify, they can get relocated and they can get support systems that they need in order to be able to feel like they're safe, even though they're testifying. So, and sure enough, what happens? The governor calls me and tells me that bill passed 9 years ago, was never funded, even though it passed. And he said, today I'm going to fund that bill at $20 million. So I am the author of a witness protection program for the whole state of Illinois. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better gift than that.
Congratulations, girl. I know everybody else is cheering you on too.
Thank you, Phyllis. I couldn't ask for that. What I did say is that, okay, I'm in a campaign. I need no opponents. I need no opponents. That's the gift I'm asking for, that I have no opponents. And so when the governor called me and told me the things that he told me, I knew that was another thing that I could use that really would make people think, oh, we better not run against her, right? Because I've got a lot of history. I brought back $30 million to the district. I did a lot of different stuff that I've done for this district in this last 4 years, but that elevated me above all. I'm gonna tell you why. Because when he did his speech, he mentioned my name. He said, Senator Van Pelt passed this bill, and she passed this bill 8 years ago, and today what I'm going to do is fund it with $20 million so that people have a witness protection program to help bring down the violence or either get some resolution to some of the violence that's happening right now. I mean, you can ask for more than the governor to say your name in his state of the state address. It's just good, right? You're talking about raising your profile. He raised my profile right there. So now that you got your paper and pencils, let me tell you what I want you to do. I want you to think about this. Think about this question. I want you to write your answer down. And it's not a long answer. It should be no more than 3 or 4 words. I mean, 2 or 3 words, okay? It shouldn't be long, so you should get done really quick. And the question is, if you knew, now the point is you knew, okay? If you knew there was $1 million hidden in your house right now, the house that you live in right now, what would you do? If you knew there was $1 million hidden in the house that you live in right now, what would you do? Now write it down. Now, when I asked this question before, somebody started telling me about they was going to call the police and they wanted to, turn it in because it's, they didn't know where the money came from. I said, I didn't say you had the money. I said, if you knew the money was hidden in your house, $1 million, what would you do? Somebody else said, well, you know what? I would go and pay off all my bills. I said, no. I said, if you knew the money was hidden in your house, what would you do? I didn't say you have the money. Okay. So make sure you get your answer right. Now, most people, once they get clear about the question, they said, I would look for it. I would try to find it. That's what the majority of people say. I've done this a number of times with a number of groups now. And each time, the vast majority is going to try to find it. And I said, great. They're going to look for it. Okay, great. Now, but some people said, I would find it. Not I'm going to try to find it. Not I'm going to look for it, but I will find it. One person said, I will get it. They didn't say I will get it, just say get it. That's what I do. I'd get it. One said I'd find it. But the majority said they will look for it or try to find it. When you say you will try to do something, then what you're doing is saying, I'm committed to a process. I'm committed to this process. I'm going to try to find the money. Now, when you say that you are going to get it or find it, or like I will find it, I'll find it, I'll get it, then you committed to an outcome. You said, look, I'm committed to an outcome of getting this money. The other person is committed to a process of finding the money or trying to look for the money, looking for the money. Now, when you are committed to an outcome, you gather in far more resources. You marshal far more resources in your all parts, your spiritual, your natural, your emotional, your physiological, your biological, all these different resources that you have are corralled together and pointed towards something that you have decided is an outcome for you. Okay? So that's what we want to get to. Because if somebody told me, or if I knew that it was $1 million hidden in my house, I would take this baby down to the studs. Okay? I would be starting from the attic and bring this baby down to the studs. There ain't no question about I'm going to look for it. No, I'm going to get it. Okay, it's $1 million. I knew that it's $1 million hidden in my house. I'm going to get it. And that's the same thing as I'm saying when I wrote down the 10 things that I need to do, and also determine what was the most important, which is my purpose, what I'm here for. Making sure that my purpose, that's the most important thing I need to do. And then all the other stuff, and I need to do as well, but they're not as important. But in order to get them done, I need gifts. I need certain things to happen. So then once you make that decision that this is what I need to happen, you start corralling all these resources. You start attracting what you're thinking about, what you've made up your mind that you got to have. All of a sudden it starts waking up people, waking up situations, waking you up in a way that you've never been awakened before when it comes to that thing. Now, I want to tell you this story about a lady who was actually a family, husband, wife, and daughter in the house, and somebody broke in. And the guy broke in. He was insane. He had a gun, and he was wheeling the gun around, and he forced them to all lay down, all three of them to lay on the floor, and he just tearing their house up and going to just terrorizing them. And they just laid there because there was nothing they could do. He had a gun, right? And so they were just laying there, and he was just terrorizing them and just making them think he was going to kill them any minute, shoot them any minute, putting a gun to their head and everything, and tearing the house up. And they were just terrorized, okay? And they were there. And then all of a sudden, he sat down for a while. And like he got tired. It was like, okay, maybe he's getting tired. Maybe he's going to kill us. Maybe he's going to leave. But no, he decided that he wanted to have sex with her daughter. Her daughter was 9 years old. So he started putting his hands on her daughter. And she said, don't do that. He took the gun, pointed at the daughter, I'll blow your brains out. I'll blow your brains out. I'll blow your brains out. And he put his hands on her daughter. And she leaped up off that floor, grabbed a lamp, and beat that man unconscious. And when the police got there, he was still unconscious. You know why? She made a decision about an outcome. She didn't say that, I'm going to try to stop him. No, I'm going to stop him. And do you know when you make that decision of what must happen, you corral all these resources, your neurological resources, psychological, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, everything comes together because you just made a decision. So if you want to wake up wealthy, make a decision. Make a decision because the time is now. And everything that's available to you in the future is available to you right now. It's just you got to get your mind into that place. So let's bring it together because we are the Wakanda nation. And failure is not part of what we do. All right, let's take it to the top. I'm Dr. Pat, and I'm turning it over to Phyllis now so she can do the 1 minute presentation for the Black History Month.
1 minute. It isn't even 1 minute, but I want you to know I already spent that $1 million. So evidently my answer was I was going to find it. It was no other choice. I was going to find that money because I spent it. I knew what I was going to do with it already. So this quote today comes from Cherie Eppinger. She sent me quite a few, but we're going to use one. And guys, send me your quotes if you want them to be heard because they make an impact on your day, on our lives. And this quote was, most people search high and wide for the keys to success. If they only knew the key to their dreams lie within. George Washington Carver. And Senator Pat, Dr. Pat, I know that your quotes will be listed somewhere in the years to come for people to hear and be inspired, because you give us something every Thursday morning when you speak to us. Not just Thursday morning, anytime you speak. And I just want to thank you, because I'm going to go find me some gifts today, or they're going to find me, because I'm putting it out there in the atmosphere. Okay?
Right.
Thank you. And everybody.
All right. Everybody have a Wakanda kind of day.
Bye-bye. Tonight is millennials. Get your millennials on.